So what are autism assessments like? Well, there's all kinds of assessments and every place does it a little differently. Some practices will have multiple sessions with you over several weeks. Some will have a single session that might range in the amount of time from, say, 30 minutes to 4 hours. Mine was a single 90-minute session. Okay, that's quite a range. Is there anything I should be aware of during the assessment? I know that my instinct, especially in the anxious environment when talking with medical people, is to heavily mask. But that kind of works against you here. Unfortunately, it shouldn't, but it does. So I would highly recommend doing your best to not mask the autistic traits in your session. Wow, that's hard. Any tips? Practice letting yourself do what you feel like you should naturally do. So if you're the kind of person who feels uncomfortable with eye contact, allow yourself not to make any eye contact during your appointment. Oh wow, yeah, that would be nice not to have to do. For me, I was really nervous and shaking, so I kind of just allowed myself to shake instead of trying to hold it in or hide it. And I even pointed it out to my assessor. I said, I'm really nervous and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm shaking all over. And I held up my hand and I think that helped. I'm kind of getting the picture. So like pretty much do the opposite of what we would normally do in a social situation and kind of draw attention to our autistic stuff. Yeah, and it's hard to fight that programming, right? Like, I found myself trying to push through the long pauses that I felt like I wanted to take while I was talking. I should have just let myself have those pauses, because like my assessor pointed out that I was pretty eloquent, and I told her that I had been rehearsing what I had planned to say for weeks. Point things out, explain them, give myself time to think before responding. Right, and the physical stuff too, like people who naturally flap their hands, like try to allow yourself to do that in your appointment if you feel it's natural. If you toe walk, I was running a little late and I toe ran to the appointment, and then I realized that I did that and I pointed it out to the person doing my assessment. So allow yourself to do those kinds of things. And obviously I'm not saying to fake any of those things, but just allow yourself to do those things that you would normally feel compelled to do, but you would also normally mask. I think I'm gonna have to practice this. Yeah, that's a good idea. Practice dropping your mask for your appointment.